So, who makes the better Christmas burger? Is it Morrisons or is it Wetherspoons? Well, today I'm going to find out because I'm going to be trying them both to see who's best. So let's start off first with Morrisons. So I recently had the Morrisons Christmas dinner and thought it was pretty decent. It was great value for the price and the amount of food that you actually got. So really looking forward to seeing what this festive burger is going to be like. Let's head in. And let's grab our tray and get ordering. I got a pot of tea with my Christmas burger, and the great thing about Morrisons is that you get to make it yourself, so you can fill it up as much as you want, and I filled it right up to the top. So food ordered, let's make a quick drink before the food arrives. And here it is, the Morrisons Festive Stack Chicken Burger, and I have to say, the presentation is great. Let's have a closer look at exactly what you get. So on the burger, you have 2 pigs in blankets on top of a stuffing bowl, and then the burger underneath, which looks pretty good as well. You have a little pot of gravy on the side for dipping, which I think I'm definitely going to be doing later. And you have a portion of roast potatoes, a nice looking meal. Let's dig in. I'm going to start off with the roast potatoes. You get 5 pieces in a portion and they look decent. They could do with a little more colour, but not bad. Let's see how they taste. Decent. The outside does have a bit of a crisp to it, a bit of a chew as well, and a slight baked potato flavour. The inside is soft, a little fluffy, with a subtle potato flavour. So not the worst and not the best, somewhere in the middle. But I think dipping them in the gravy though is where they're going to come to life. Gravy usually solves all problems, so let's see if this one can. A little bit. The gravy does have a bit of a meaty flavour, but I think it could do with a bit more. This is just their standard gravy really, but put into a pot. I was kind of hoping it would be better with more flavour, but as it is, quite subtle. Let's move on to some of the items included with the burger. The pigs in blankets and stuffing bowl. And let's start with the pigs in blankets. Is it just me, or have Morrisons been a bit stingy with the bacon? This pig barely has a blanket. It doesn't even go all the way around the sausage. Let's see how it tastes though. Very nice. The taste is good, but it's hard to get pigs in blankets wrong though. The bacon is crispy and salty. The sausage is soft with a meaty chew. If only there was enough bacon to cover the whole thing. Overall, pretty good. Let's move on to the stuffing bowl. It's a decent size for this meal. The menu says it's a sage and onion one, which I believe, as you can see the onion running through it. Let's try it. Okay. Now when places do stuffing bowls, I prefer them crispy on the outside, but this one is chewy rather than crispy. The inside is a bit stodgy, but you do get a subtle sage and onion flavour. Let's see if the gravy can help it out. Usually gravies can, but this one is not my favourite, so I'm not expecting much, but let's see. It's as I expected. Right, let's move on to the actual burger, and for me, I like the presentation of it, especially with the pigs in blankets on top. Let's have a closer look inside. So this burger is a brioche bun with cranberry sauce, a slice of cheddar cheese, a good sized chicken burger, and leafy greens. Let's try it out. Very nice. This burger is surprisingly better than I thought it would be. The brioche bun is soft with a subtle sweetness, the cheese adds a salty creaminess, the cranberry sauce adds that tang and sweetness too. The actual chicken burger itself is light and crispy, you get a nice crunch when biting into it. The chicken is soft and succulent, not dry at all, and it has good chicken flavour. I like this burger. Can it be improved though by dipping it in the gravy? There's only one way to find out. I've dipped it in and it's got a good coating all down one side. Let's try it. Nice. For me, this burger is best enjoyed without the gravy. I think it's good enough not to need a sauce. Don't get me wrong, if the gravy was amazing, it would be different, but right now, the burger is best on its own. I have just had a thought though, the pigs in blankets and stuffing bowl did come with the burger, but they were on the outside. How about if we put them on the inside? Will that change the dynamic of how this tastes? I think we need to find out. I'll put them both in. There's only one thing left to do, eat it. Delicious. And for good measure, I think I'm going to add roast potatoes in there too, because why not? Here goes the ultimate burger combo bite. It's good. And to top it all off, I may as well dip it in the gravy to combine everything on the plate into one giant bite. Here it goes. It works. This was a good burger. The roast potatoes, stuffing bowl and gravy were lacking though, but the actual burger itself, I liked it, especially the real cheese inside. And then when you add the pigs in blankets, it's fantastic. I think with Morrisons though, and maybe a lot of places, it depends on which local branch you visit, as some can be better than others. I've had some of these items in the Christmas dinner recently and they've been different. If only the quality can be the same at all branches. So that was a nice burger. I really enjoyed it. The chicken was pretty good. So the total cost of that meal was £8.50. Let's move on next to Wetherspoons. So as with Morrisons, I recently had the Wetherspoons Christmas dinner and thought it was pretty good. A little on the expensive side at nearly £15 though, but some of these items I really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Christmas burger is going to be like. Let's head in and get ordering. The menu is just the same as the previous Wetherspoons visited, but hang on a second, the prices are a bit different. The Christmas dinner right at the top there is only £12.65, which is cheaper than what I paid for mine at a different location. So I guess it really does depend on the location as to how much it costs. The meal I'm going for today is the chicken and stuffing burger, right there. And the included drink I chose was a cup of tea, which you get to make yourself, and is unlimited refills. So let's have a quick drink before the food arrives. Right, so here is the Wetherspoons chicken and stuffing Christmas burger meal. Let's have a closer look at what you get. You get a portion of chips, which are the standard Wetherspoons kind, the chicken burger, which looks to be a big one, you get a couple of pigs in blankets on top, and a pot of cranberry sauce on the side for dipping. Let's dig in. I'm going to start off with the chips. As mentioned, they're the standard ones you get with pretty much every meal that includes chips. They're thick cut and you get a decent portion. Let's eat it. Delicious. I'm a big fan of Wetherspoons chips. I like them a lot. They're crispy on the outside with a nice crunch when you bite into them. The inside is soft and fluffy with a good potato flavour. They're great chips. Let's move on to the cranberry sauce. It's in a little pot on the side for dipping, so I may as well dip a chip into it and see what it's like. It's kind of thick and watery at the same time. Let's try it. Nice. The sauce is sweet with a subtle cranberry flavour. There's not much of a tang or sharpness to it like others I've had recently. It's more just sweet. But it contrasts the fried chip well. It's not bad. Let's move on to the pigs in blankets. You get 2 in a portion and they're presented impaled on top of the burger. I've managed to get one onto my fork and it looks good. The bacon actually goes all the way around, unlike the Morrisons one. Let's try it. Fantastic. Pigs in blankets are the ultimate addition to any meal. The bacon you can see is crispy, it's got a slightly salty flavour. The sausage is meaty and adds that substance to the bite. They're always gonna taste good, and these do for sure. Right, I think it's time for the burger. And what a big one it is. There's quite a few different things, so let me have a closer look at what's included. You get the bun on the top and bottom, some bacon, some stuffing, a really big thick piece of grilled chicken, and some salad on the bottom. Let's try it. Nice. The bread is soft, a little sweet, you get the freshness from the lettuce and tomato. There's some onion in there too, and that adds some crunch and sharpness. The chicken is meaty, that's for sure. It's a full-on whole chicken breast you get in there. The stuffing adds a bit of sweetness and kind of acts like a glue to combine things. The bacon gives that smoky porky flavour. It is on the dry side though. I think it needs some sort of sauce, which we happen to have. We have the cranberry sauce. So let's try adding some of that into the burger to see if it improves the bite. I've got a good layer of it on. Let's try it. Very good. It definitely improves it. Burgers usually come with sauce, so adding the cranberry in there really does give it the moisture it needs. If you're getting this burger, the sauce needs to be added. Speaking of adding things, I think we need to combo this burger up. The first thing I'm going to do is add the pigs in blankets. It should add another layer of meatiness and give you that porky smoky flavour. Let's go in for a bite of this. Delicious. If we're going to add things to the burger, we may as well include the chips as well. So here goes a giant chip added to the burger. Now this is the ultimate Christmas burger. Fantastic. This was a good meal. I do have to say though, that the more I ate of it, I did come across some tough parts of the chicken, so it definitely needed the sauce to help get it down. But overall, not bad. So that was a nice burger. The pigs in blankets and chips were delicious. So the total cost of that meal was £10.70. So which one did you prefer? Comment down below. I think for me, I'm going to have to give it to Morrisons. I just enjoyed that burger a little bit more. The chicken was more succulent and juicy, even though it was thinner. The one at Wetherspoons was a little bit dry and tough. The roast potatoes, gravy and stuffing ball were lacking though. I would have preferred the chips at Wetherspoons. But because this is about burgers, I'm going to give it to Morrisons. Okay, if you like this video, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe to come along for the next food journey, and I'll see you in the next one.